And welcome back, everybody, to the Freaking Awesome Podcast. And this is episode 36.
Yeah, man. let's kill that bass head. Alright, let's do this. I'm on the air, we got this pockets flow. It's me and Tony on the mics, we gotta let you know of current events, little gaming, sprinkling some entertainment. We stay humble, but our moms still think we're famous. Turn up the bass and baby, maybe let that magic flow. Our spoken word is all the things you really wanna know. Having a good time on the show, T-Bows and Matty G. Tune in and hit subscribe and join us on the FAP.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Freaking Awesome Podcast. My name's Anthony Bowes, and sitting virtually across from me is Matty G.
Hi, hi.
How are you doing today, Matty?
Oh, not too shabby. Not
Excellent.
too shabby. Just quarantining and isolating and
Yeah. You haven't
all
put
that
on one of
fun
those
stuff.
old-fashioned Dr. Crow outfits yet?
No, it's funny. I actually have staying in track pants and going out track pants now.
Yeah, I know. I was dropping something off at the window, and I saw you all messy-haired and track pants. I was like, oh, you're really living the life now.
Still sexy as hell, though.
Yeah. I don't think track pants and sexy as hell ever go hand in hand.
Oh, I can make it work.
Excellent. Well, today we have a very extra special guest. It is one of a kind for us. We have a master level psychic medium, and his name is Artie Hoffman. Artie, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, we're actually very, very excited. My wife was very upset with me to find out that you were going to be on the show, and she didn't get to talk with you. But then there would be no time for us if that ever happened.
Oh, of course. Of course. Once they get going, one question turns into just one more question, turns into 5 more questions. Just one more question turns into 7 more questions.
It's true. It's true. And she really likes. I think she used to do some psychic stuff or go to psychics when she was younger, and has always found it quite fascinating. And myself, I mean, I've never found quite the allure, but at the same time, I'm a very open-minded individual. Like, I don't believe we're the only people out there in the galaxy, that there is always a chance of extraterrestrial life. I believe that there is always a chance of ghosts and spirits and people of the past and all this other type of thing. So why not? I can't close that door to the psychic medium as well.
Yeah, well, there is life going on while we are living our life. I mean, to think that we are the only life living right now as we know it is being extremely naive.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't even get confrontational or debating, or it just is. It just is. This is not your one shot. There are many lives going on at the same time that we're going on. We've been here many times before. There is a thing called time travel. Einstein proved that to be 100% possible scientifically with all the mathematics and all of that.
True.
There's too many powerful experiences in this world to prove that that there is. When people want to challenge me about anything, say, well, I don't believe, or tell me something, it's like, nobody likes to be challenged, or I don't have to try to prove myself. But things will just naturally happen. What a psychic is. A psychic is somebody who is able to tell you about the past, present, and future, or the course of events of what's going to happen, as far as the end result. On the most part, things can change. Not everything is locked in stone. There are certain things that are locked in stone. Come hell to high water, certain things are going to happen. Now, a medium is someone who communicates to loved ones or people or pets who have passed away.
Okay.
And also a medium is someone who communicates with angels. So, angels exist just like you and I exist. But when we pass away, it's not that we ever die. It's like you will never die, and your loved ones who are in heaven, they're not dead. I mean, what dies is the physical human body. That's what dies.
Mm-hmm.
And And then the spirit is who we are. And the spirit, once the physical body has retired, then the human spirit lifts up, the soul lifts up out of the body and goes into a different dimension and form. So that's how I'm able, so that's what I communicate to. I communicate to people's souls.
Okay.
So when people say, well, how can you read people over the phone when you're there in New Jersey and they're in Canada or in Australia, whatever? Because I'm not reading your physical body. I'm communicating, connecting with your soul. And also your angels and my angels will send messages, or your loved ones who passed away will send messages to me in my thoughts, and then I deliver you the messages. So it's
very,
not
very
that
intriguing,
I know, so it's not that I know everything. You know, my ex-wife will tell you differently. You think you know everything? Well, come to think of it, we do.
Yeah.
You know, it's really funny. You know, did you ever see the movie, the play Chicago?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the movie Chicago?
Yep.
And then each wife that was in jail was literally having a song and a dance of how they killed their husband and why.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was funny because I'll never forget this. One of the women, when she was singing her chorus about how she killed her guy, and that's why they're in jail,
Yep.
how they killed their husbands and why, one of the girls said, the reason why I did what I did, why I killed them, is because we had a difference in opinion in religion. He thought he was God, and I didn't.
So it's very interesting. So before we just jump into our news articles, I just wanted to mention, just because you brought it up. Now, I was raised Roman Catholic. However, I find that I don't lock myself into the religion itself as much as I truly believe that we are made of energy. And it's that energy that gets released, and of course the laws of physics would state, or thermodynamics would also state, that energy cannot be created or destroyed. So then, if we are made of energy, and they have proven the fact that we have that electrical current that runs through our body, and then we die, then what happens to that energy? And maybe that is a tie-in to what's kind of happening here.
Well, first of all, happy Easter to all your listeners, to you and all your listeners.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And so what you're trying to say is you're more spiritual based than you are religious based, but it was your religion that gave you the basis of your foundation.
Yes.
The knowledge of God, or the knowledge of life itself.
Mm-hmm.
As you started getting older, as you started to experience more about your religion, what started to resonate more with you inside yourself, it was more on a spiritual basis than the religious aspect, because you don't believe in everything that is told you. You appreciate a lot of the history, and you appreciate the fact of the miracles of God and Jesus and Mary and all the other saints and angels.
Mm-hmm.
You appreciate all that. But as far as your true belief system and understanding, you're more spiritually based than you are religious based.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I truly believe that one thing out of the whole religious scripture and the whole do unto others as you do unto yourself. I feel like that is the ultimate guide to life. I mean, don't be crappy to other people. You don't want people to be crappy to you. So if you truly try to find the good in people, and even some of the roughest people, and treat them as they are normal human beings, and stop hating each other, then this world would actually be a lot better place.
The most spiritual and religious thing that you can do, more than anything else in the world, ranks right up there with prayer, is it's treating your fellow man with kindness and respect. That is the single most spiritual thing that you could do, because it has to do with you sharing your love and spreading love. Love does not have boundaries, and love is not to be contained. Love does not have an ego. Love is just of the pure soul, and you share your love with other people. You share your love differently as you do with your friends. You love your kids in a different way. You love your parents in a different way. You love your lover or your spouse in a different way. There's many, many different facets of love. Mm-hmm. So, and then you love God in a different way, But
yep.
But the most important thing is that you love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you really love yourself, you could really spread that beautiful energy on a greater magnitude. And my heart goes out to everybody who truly has a hard time loving themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they don't love themselves, for those who don't, is because if you were brought up in a family that was very broken up, or a very dysfunctional family, and you were told you were worthless, or you were told this or that, or it could be from a love partner or whatever, for many insecure reasons. So this person has a hard time loving themselves or loving other people in that way, because when other people are appreciating you, are complimenting you, all right, if you're not getting the love and appreciation from the person who you wanted most, you wanted that love and appreciation. If you're not getting it from them, then anybody else who tells you, I love you, you're beautiful, you're great, you're fantastic, it's hard to accept that for most people, because they're not hearing it or getting the acceptance from the person who they wanted it from the most. So they have a hard time accepting it. And that's something that a lot of people need to do a lot of healing within their inner child and within themselves. And if you can and really love yourself, like I always tell people, and I make no bones about it, anybody who knows me will say, oh, Artie loves himself, but I really do love myself. But when I say I love myself, I'm not saying I'm better than you. I'm just saying I have that confidence, or I have that love and that wisdom that, yeah, I love myself, but I love you guys, and I love whoever I'm with, just as much as I love myself, because I'm a people person, I'm a God person, I'm a spiritual person. So I'm a very strong, lovable type of guy, type of person. Now, people say, well, how can you love somebody you don't know? I said, well, I didn't say I like them. I don't know if I like them. I love them, but I don't like them. And it's just like ice cream. I love ice cream, but I don't like all flavors.
That's hilarious. It's a great way to look at things. Now, I'd love for us to jump into our news articles. And one, I'm going to lead this one off, Matty, because there's something that ties in quite well with our guest today.
Oh, nice. I have actually one that ties in nicely as well. So,
well, hopefully we're not doing the same one. So we'll see. So just Marty, we never actually we never consult with each other when we find these articles. So hopefully I'm not stealing Matt's. So the title of this article is "People Are Using Netflix to Predict the Future with Amusing Results." So there's a new trend that started on TikTok, which is another social media platform, which sees users predicting the future via Netflix, and some people aren't happy with their future. It seems the coronavirus lockdown boredom has taken to new heights as Netflix viewers have moved on from merely binge-watching shows to using them to predict the future. Yes, people on TikTok have started a bizarre but rather entertaining news trend that sees a random episode become a crystal ball that will show you what the future holds. The craze known as Psychic TV Challenge was started by a user named Grace Burgie, whose video demonstrated how it went viral. It basically said you can go and give it a try for yourself. And to start up, you load up Netflix, then you put the initial of your first name into the search bar, and once the results have come up, you pick a number between 1 and 10, then you count that number in the results, and going from left to right across the screen, you'll find a show to use. And you click on the show, and then pick a number between 1 and the latest season it's on, and you'll basically have an episode that will kind of lead you to what's going to happen next. I gotta say, I don't really know if it is if it's all that useful, but I feel like it would definitely be quite an interesting. I mean, also depending on what your search history is like on those things, right?
So the comments were funny. So that actually was one of mine that I had, because I thought that was a good tie-in. And but the funny thing that I read about that was the actual comments, like of people's reaction to what they were getting. So like I actually made a note of one of them was like someone said mine was someone being mugged and then killed, and then the detective says here today, gone tomorrow. So I thought that was pretty comical.
That is
absolutely funny. Can you imagine if you got a movie Birdcage.